David, it's amazing how fast time flies. It seems like just yesterday here we were in September and you were on the other side. What's it like being here in Toronto this time around?
It's always fun. It's always a city I've enjoyed coming to. This was one of the places that I always wanted to see, sold out and just a rocking crowd. And that's what we got every game, whenever I was here last year. And that's the norm here now. So, I'm definitely, happy to be back. I'm happy to be, helps, kind of get that re-going again last year while I was here. And, it's baseball here is back, and these fans really respond really well to it. And it's a very good team in that third base dugout.
From a personal standpoint, what is it like to be playing in a pennant race a second consecutive year now here?
It's fun. These people really rally around, the Blue Jays, and coming into Toronto, it's going to be loud, it's going to be a good environment, it's going to be a fun environment, and I think everybody kind of relishes that. And this is why you work in November, this is why you go to work in December, obviously January and February and in spring training, and it's good to be in this position that, both of these teams are in.
You had a bit of a slow start this season. What's been the big difference for you second half?
Executing more pitches, keeping the ball out of the middle of the plate, just overall just throwing the baseball a lot better. I'm having, a lot more, good things happen for me out there, whether it's, hard hit balls going at people or balls that aren't hit hard, they're not finding the soft spots, and I've said that for many years. I said it in 2012 when I had a very good season. I remember I said it just about after every start. I knew I threw the ball well, but I had a lot of good things happen for me, and that's whether you're going good or you're going bad. You have to have good things happen for you out there on that field. If not, there's no stopping it. So I've had a lot of good things happen, and I've thrown the ball a lot better.
Fenway Park is, to say it lightly, a hitter's ballpark. Hitters seem to love performing at Fenway Park. As a pitcher, were there any adjustments you had to make to be comfortable in that park?
No. That was already a park I was very comfortable pitching in. I had thrown the ball extremely well in Fenway Park, before this year. And I don't know what it was. It was just, I like the mound, I like the backdrop, or, the backstop behind home plate, stuff like that. It was that was everything that went into my decision as well. There was a lot of things that went into my decision to be a Red Sox. And, the mound, the backstop, the way that looks whenever you're standing up there, all of that stuff, played into account.
Hey, I got to ask you, what do you make of what's happening with the New York Yankees right now? Because here we were thinking there was going to be Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles going down the stretch, and then out of nowhere, the Yankees trade off all their players, and now they're right there in it with you guys.
Good for them, man. It's probably good for baseball. It's one of the, I guess it is the most storied. I guess it's the most storied team in all of sports, not just baseball. 27, 28 champions. I don't know how many it is. Don't get mad at me, Yankee fans. Pretty sure it's 27, could be 28. That's good, I'm happy to see them doing it with, young guys, guys that they've brought up throughout their minor league system or guys that they've gotten to trade. Hey, sorry about TCU, Doc. SEC.
You always got to rub it in, don't you?
SEC, yeah. It's good to see them doing it the way that they're doing it because, the Yankees have always been a team, ever since I've been in the big leagues, that's, a lot of the veterans, guys that have been around for quite a while, guys that are established and very good established players. And now they're bringing up all these young guys to mix in with the veterans that they still have there. And whenever you get a mix or a combination of those two, that's when you can do some special things. 'Cause, those young guys later on in the year, like right now, August, September, October, they're still fresh. They still feel good. Those older guys, they're like, all right, this is why I'm only playing for 2 more years, stuff like that. They can start to feel it at this time, so they pump up that team, and it's definitely been exciting to watch. I don't want them to continue to win all the time, but I'm happy for them.
All right, before I let you go, I know you love Fenway, you love the mound and all that, but popcorn-wise, still Toronto?
This is the best popcorn in the world. Hands down.
Well, listen, on behalf of all the Blue Jay fans here, I know they won't be cheering for you as much this year, but I'm sure they're all very thankful for what you were able to bring the Blue Jays last year. All the best down the stretch, David.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, there's David Price of the Boston Red Sox. The Jays and Sox wrapping up their 3-game set today.